13, unitary method. So first of all, what is a unitary method? In this method, first we need to find value of the single quantity and then use that value to find the any number of required quantity value. So it will be more clear through the examples. So let's see some more examples based on unitary method. I have 6 pens with me. Suppose the cost of 6 pens is 60 rupees. So what will be the price of such a one pen? This we can find very easily by dividing 60 by 6. So 60 upon 6 or 60 divided by 6 is equals to 10. So we can tell cost of one pen is 10 rupees. And this value we can use to find any number of pen. Now I have with me 8 pens. So let's find the value for 8 pens or the cost of 8 pens. So we will use this value, that is rupees 10. So rupees 10 into 8. It will be the 80. So cost of such a 8 pens is equals to 80 rupees. So this is the unitary method. First we need to find value for single unit or single quantity as we found here for the one pen. And then we can find any number of required quantity value.
There are two types of unitary method, direct proportion and inverse proportion. So let's see them with the examples. As the family members increases, so the milk required for the family also increases. So as in our example, first family required the 2 liter milk and second family required 3 liter milk. So it is nothing but as number of members are increasing, so number of liters of milk required is also increases. It means change in one quantity results the change in corresponding other quantity. So this is example of direct proportion. Cost of one pen is equals to 12 rupees. Cost of 2 pens is equals to 24 rupees. Cost of 3 pens is equals to 36 rupees. Cost of 5 pen is equals to 60 rupees. And cost of 8 pen is equals to 96 rupees. So what do you notice? As number of pens are increasing, the cost for the pens is also increases, and as the number of pens are decreasing, the cost is also decreasing. So change in one quantity affects to the change in other quantity. Next, Riya goes to school by the different means of vehicle. If she goes to school by walking 3 km per hour speed, she needs 30 minutes. If she goes by running to school with the speed 6 km per hour, she needs 15 minutes. If she goes by bicycle with the speed 9 km per hour, she needs 10 minutes. If she goes to school by car with the speed 45 km per hour, she needs 2 minutes. So, what do you notice? In the different case, her speed is different and time requires is also different. So we notice that by walking, by running, by bicycle and by the car, she needs different times according to the speeds of the vehicle. So we can tell as speed of the vehicle increases, the time taken by her to reach to school is decreases. So this is the inverse proportion.
Let's see some examples from the exercise. So first example is the cost of 25 article is rupees 1750. So find the cost of one article as well as find the cost of such a 13 articles. So let's find the answer. So first we will write the given. The given is price of 25 article is equals to rupees 1750. We know that we want to find first one article value. So whenever we want to find one or single quantity value, we need to perform the division operation. According to the given, we will perform the division. So rupees 1750 upon 25 articles. So from this we will get price of one article. So after division you will get the answer rupees 70. So this is the price for one article. Now according to unitary method we will utilize value of one article. So it will be used further to find value of 13 articles. So let's find price of 13 article is equals to 13 into price of one article, that is rupees 70. So 13 into 70 we will get answer 910, or we can tell the price of 13 articles is rupees 910. The next example is the price of 35 envelope is rupees 105. So how many envelope can be bought for rupees 90? So to find this we want to find value of the one envelope. So we will find here value of one envelope. So price of one envelope is equals to 105 upon 35. After dividing we will get answer 3. So this is nothing but the price of one envelope. Or we can tell for rupees 3 we can purchase one envelope. So how many envelopes we can purchase for rupees 90? So to find it we will divide 90 upon price of one envelope. So we will get answer 30. So 30 envelopes can be purchased for rupees 90. Next example is the cost of 10 kg wheat is equals to rupees 180. So first find the cost of 18 kg wheat, as well as second find how many kg wheat can be purchased with the rupees 432. So let's find one by one. So as per the given, we have the value of 10 kg wheat. It is equals to 180. From that we will first find cost of 1 kg wheat. So 180 divided by 10. So it is equals to 18. So 1 kg wheat is equals to 18 rupees. And this value we can use to find the first answer. So we can find by using this 1 kg cost 18 kg cost of the wheat. So cost of 18 kg wheat is equals to rupees 18 into 18. It is equals to rupees 324. So the cost of 18 kg wheat is rupees 324. Second they ask for rupees 432 how many kg wheat can be purchased. So rupees 432 divided by price of the 1 kg wheat. After dividing we will get the answer 24. So we can tell 24 kg wheat can be purchased for rupees 432. Rohit buys 10 pens for 150 rupees. As well as the same brand pen, Manoj also buys, but he buys 40 pens for 168 rupees. So let's find who bought the pens more cheaper. So let's see. For Rohit, 10 pens is equals to rupees 150. So 1 pen price is 150 divided by 10. So it is equals to rupees 15. So for Rohit, 1 pen price is equals to rupees 15. Same type of pen Manoj also buy. So but he buys 14 pens at rupees 168. So here we will find cost of 1 pen for Manoj. So 1 pen is equals to 168 divided by 14. So we will get answer rupees 12. So for Manoj, 1 pen price is 12. So now we will compare their price for 1 pen because the pens are same brand. So rupees 15 and here we got rupees 12. So by the observation we can tell Manoj buys more cheaper pens than the Rohit.
Next example is A made 84 runs in 6 overs and B made 126 runs in 7 overs. So who made more runs per over? So let's solve it.
As per the given in example, A made 84 runs in 6 overs and the B made 126 runs in 7 overs. So who made more run that we want to find? So first we will find for A and for B 1 over runs. So let's find for A. So A made 84 runs in 6 overs. So in 1 over he will make 84 divided by 6 is equals to 14 run. So A made 14 runs in 1 over. So similarly for B, B made 126 runs in 7 over. So for 1 over he made 126 divided by 7 is equals to 18 run. So now you can compare. For A, 1 over run is 14 and for B, 1 over run is 18. So who made more run? So we can easily tell B made more runs than A.
Next example is Mr. Chopra pays rupees 12,000 as a rent for 3 months. How much does he pay for a year if the rent per month remains same? As per given, rent for 3 months is equals to 12,000 rupees. So let's find rent for 1 month, that is equals to 12,000 divided by 3. So we will get rupees 4,000. As for 1 month rent is equals to 4,000. So for 12 months rent is equals to 4,000 multiplied by 12. So answer is rupees 48,000. It means for a year or for 12 months Mr. Chopra has to pay rupees 48,000.